Hi everybody. I have got an inspirational journal. I had to do a custom order and she wanted inspirational sayings. So I made another version of it, and this is it, and it measures, let's see, 8 by 5. It's a skosh bigger both ways, but you know who's counting. On the front, I used some really pretty lace pieces, and one of my big patches has it. I stamped it with an invoice, and then I put a piece of a doily here and the word thankful, and it's stitched in gold and in brown. Real pretty floral pattern with navy stitching on the edge. And I used a lace closure that was coffee dyed. There's the spine. And here's the back. Isn't it pretty? So pretty. Love that lace. And the lace is stitched down here. It's got little charms all in it. Let's go inside. I'm going to put this ruler here so I can stay organized. And on the inside, isn't that just beautiful? It was just too pretty to cover up. I couldn't do that, so I left it as is. Over here I've got a big lace side pocket with the word hope. And inside a real pretty, that's embroidered piece of fabric there. And some of that gauze on coffee dyed paper. And the pages have been slightly grunged up. Maybe a little bit more than slightly, but you know. Navy stitching down the edge to match the cover. And then over here is a real pretty image of a lady, and it says dream, and the navy stitching on a book page that came from a poetry book that I have. And you could put something here too. There's plenty of spaces to put your own stuff. It says, let all you do be done with love, and I put an image of a lady baking. And I used a part of a crochet table runner, I think is what it was, for the tabs, and then I added some charms with safety pins. That's a big pearl. Big pearl. Look at how grungy. Isn't that yummy? And the tabs are stitched on. There's a little leaf. This is all from my jewelry collection. I used to paint the jewelry pieces, and then I'd seal them with ice resin. I have so much of that stuff, I thought, why not use them up? And they look so cute. Over here it says cherish, and I have a picture of two ladies quilting. Plenty of room for writing in this one. This is another tab, and it's got with a safety pin. I used a clasp and a gold bead. Over here's a pocket that says embrace today with a piece of ephemera in the background, and it's got a big piece of coffee dyed paper with some of that eyelash yarn. Real pretty ruffle here. It's kind of shiny, and that's stitched in gold, and the patch is stitched in gold. I love this one. It says change for no one and believe in who you are. Look at those ladies. And I just let the stitching come through the other side. Y'all know I love doing that. Here I put a little navy bead to go with the stitching. In the South we say stitching. We don't say stitching. It's stitching. More here. Always do right. This will gratify some people and astonish the rest. I just love how that comes over the other side. Little yellow bead here, because these have little yellow flowers in them. So I tried to coordinate everything together. Stamping and grunginess. There's a postcard on another book page. That's a computer book. Smile, it's the key that fits the lock of everybody's heart. And these are three of the most solemn looking ladies I could find a picture of. They're at a bake sale, or not a bake sale, maybe a baking contest at a fair. That's what it looks like. And there's more stitching. And here's a piece of filigree on a safety pin. And my wacky sewing machine just does its own thing. Life's most beautiful things are not seen with the eyes but felt with the heart. I think that's Helen Keller. I'm not sure. Another little pearl here. Grungy, grungy, grungy. Keep moving forward. I thought that was kind of neat because it kind of, it's a path going down with the archway at the end. I tried to coordinate them together. Sometimes I just put a picture there because it's cute. Another little charm. What appears to be the end is usually the start of a new beginning. Look at that. That's yummy coffee dyed. Reach for the moon. Even if you miss, you will land among the stars. And it's got stitching around it. With God, all things are possible. Isn't she cute? Look at that, standing on a chair. She must be helping Mama cook. It says, until you spread your wings, you have no idea how far you'll fly. It's got lots of ephemera. Stitching going down the side of the page. Shine like the whole universe is yours. Here's a little leaf charm with a Swarovski crystal dangling on the end. Do your own thing. And look at that bike. I don't know how the heck he even got up there. And here's a beautiful pocket. I just love this fabric. And it's got some seam binding for a little decoration up there. And this is also a pocket if you need to hide something. And it's got a tag inside that got a lace for a band, and that acts as a place to tuck. And this is a napkin, and I stamped on the tag, and then you can write on the back. It's got some sari silk and some of that eyelash fiber and a little ladybug and a piece of coffee dyed paper. Just a little mini. I have to see the ladybug. Come here, Mr. Ladybug. Mr. Ladybug. I guess there are Mr. and Mrs.'s, huh? There'd have to be. Hello. It's a real pretty image of a church. And it says, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened. Postcard there. There's a little bead with a little bead cap. I turned it upside down. So it looks like it's sitting in a little tray. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. Little angel charm. Today is a good day, and yes it is. Here's another lace pocket with the word wish. And one of these letter envelopes I like to make. I love these things, and I love to write on them too. I just think they're great. More grunginess. Grungy, grungy. A friend is someone who knows the song in your heart and can sing it back to you when you've forgotten the words. I think that's so pretty. Here's a little pearl and a little charm. Look at that. Look how that came out. Never know what you're going to get. More grungy, grungy. Here's another little shell charm, and I put it on here because it was navy. Make each day a story worth telling. Isn't that pretty? Love that image. I think that's probably one of my favorite images. It says imagine. And that part of that poem book. And here's a pocket. It's a pretty deep pocket because look how long this is. And that's part of a table runner with some lace behind it. And of course the snippets. And in case y'all don't know, I've got some new subscribers to the channel. And if you don't know what snippets are, back or around the time of like Charlotte Bronte and Emily Dickinson, I had done some journals for somebody who loved those two. And I learned a lot about them and how they used to record things. And if they found a little tiny, tiny piece of paper, that's what they wrote on. So some of the best works were written, because paper was hard to come by in those days. So if they found a little tiny something, that's what they wrote. A lot of her, Charlotte Bronte and Emily Dickinson's works were on snippets. So that's, why I like to put them in here. And back in you go. And this pocket is part of it might be a placemat or a tablecloth. I have the whole set, so I don't know which one I cut it off of, but I sewed around and around so it would make it a little bit raised, and gave it some thick stitching around the edges. More grunginess and that gorgeous fabric. Those roses are so pretty, and this has been coffee dyed. There's the back again. And a piece of thread, y'all don't. It doesn't, no thread comes with it unless it's attached. And there's the front. I want to thank y'all for being here with me this Friday, and I've got a couple more videos to do, so I'll see you in those. Bye-bye.